morning, everyone. My name is Susie Jackson, and I am so excited to welcome you to our Nature's Frequencies Saturday product event. We are so excited to have people joining us today from all around the world. And that's because our technology is creating a lot of excitement around the world. And you'll learn that our products are what's needed by everyone, and they are exclusive to us. It's very, very exciting. I do want to thank you for taking the time to let us share our passion with you today on a Saturday. We have a very special guest speaker with us today who is one of our favorite health and wellness experts, and along with our owner and who will be speaking to you directly today. And then we're also going to give you a chance to win one of our featured products. So before we begin, let me just read a brief disclaimer that the information regarding Nature's Frequencies products, websites, or associated materials have not been evaluated by any regulatory authority and are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or any medical condition. This presentation should not be used as a substitute for the advice of an appropriately qualified and licensed physician or other healthcare provider. This presentation is for information purposes only. Now, for those of you who are new to us at Nature's Frequencies, we are the manufacturer of some of the most advanced proprietary products utilizing quantum resonance technology. This technology focuses on the application of electromagnetic energy in frequencies to reduce quantum noise and increase energy exchange to improve the functioning and the harmonization of the body and its energy system. The problem is that our bodies are energy. And every day our bodies are being bombarded by internal and external stressors to our energy system. And it's like we're swimming in this ocean, and it's chemicals and toxins, electromagnetic radiation, stress, both physical and emotional trauma, illness, and more. The list just goes on and on. And when your body's energy flow is drained or blocked or imbalanced or interrupted, then that's when we're going to feel discomfort, fatigue, or other symptoms. But when our body's energy frequencies and vibrations are recharged and they're balanced and they're optimized, well, that's when you feel naturally healthy and energetic. And that's the way we want to help everyone feel. So we have the solution. Nature's Frequencies has developed the most advanced energetic health and wellness technology products using biofield resonance technology, also known as BRT, and it is designed to balance and to restore your body's natural energy flow to help your body achieve optimal health and wellness energetically, and then to protect your body from the damaging effects of EMF radiation. So this is how it works. When you place the energetic health and wellness technology products on your body or in your energy field, then your body absorbs those beneficial frequencies that it needs in the amount that it needs, when it needs it, to help you achieve and maintain optimal health, energy, and vitality naturally. Isn't that absolutely fascinating? Our products are designed to help people live, breathe, move, work, and play with optimum vitality naturally and energetically. Now, this technology has also been used to develop an award-winning product to keep our foods fresher longer. All of our products are inspired by Nikola Tesla, who was a famous physicist, inventor, electrical and mechanical engineer. And here's what he said. He's also a futurist, and he said, if you want to find the secrets to the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Now, Nature's Frequencies owns 5 US patents, and they have received 12 prestigious awards in their short life for their innovations and their excellence. In fact, all of our products are covered by at least 2 patents So they are all exclusive to us, and we are the leader in this technology. Nature's Frequencies has been developing and private labeling products for doctors, naturopaths, and other healthcare practitioners since 2013 in the US to help practitioners address the health and the vitality of their patients energetically. Now, all of Nature's Frequencies products have been developed and formulated in conjunction with these healthcare practitioners, utilizing their vast knowledge and experience in health and wellness to create the most powerful, proprietary, proven product formulas that have been now used and tested by practitioners with thousands of people with successful results over 7 years now. To further expand and accelerate their vision and mission to provide these life-changing, energetic home health and wellness products to everyone, everywhere, Nature's Frequency launched a new brand partner division in February. And the rapid worldwide growth has been nothing short of amazing. So we are excited today to have the owners and the inventors of the Nature's Frequencies products, Rick and RJ Hassler, with us here for this special event. And they're going to be sharing with you their vision and their mission for the company with us. So this event today, we're going to be focusing on EMF radiation, okay? This is a major, major topic of conversation as more and more science is emerging regarding the threats of EMF and EMR to our health and our well-being. And these reports are causing serious concern for people, and it's happening all over the world as they consider the impact of this on their health and then the health of their families, especially young children. So we are excited to have a special guest with us also today, who is a medical doctor with expertise in obstetrics, who will talk about the impact that EMF and EMR are having on fertility, on hormones, weight gain, and many other concerns. So during today's event, here's what you're going to learn. You're going to learn the potential dangers of EMF and EMR, which you've probably heard of 3G, 4G, 5G. That's what we're talking about. You're going to learn how to identify the sources of EMF and EMR in your environment, how EMF and EMR affects your health, specifically fertility, hormones, and weight, and more. And then how you can protect yourself and your family from these potential dangers. So I want to start off by introducing to you Rick and RJ Hassler. Rick has been a successful business owner for many years. In fact, he sold his previous business as an Inc. 500 company. And he and his son are very passionate about Nature's Frequencies, and they are excited to expand their vision and their mission with this new division. So they'll be sharing with you how and why they created our US patented EMF shield, what makes that different and why everyone needs it, what makes our product so unique, and then how to use the EMF shield for maximum benefits and results, best practices for testing the product on yourself and others. These products are very demonstratable. And then what results to expect from using the EMF shield. So let me welcome Rick and RJ.
Hi, Susie.
Hey.
Thank you very much, Susie. You know, over the past 8 years, we've been manufacturing and private labeling our very unique products for hundreds of health practitioners and companies around the world. We're proud to say that our family holds 5 US patents, and we've won 12 major awards, including the most prestigious Gold Medal Edison Award. You know, while some companies try to imitate other products, we prefer to innovate and invent our own exclusive proprietary products using our US patented technology that is incredibly unique, and we are light years ahead. Our goal is to become the world leader in innovative, energetic home health and wellness products. So we will continue to grow and expand our product line to create the most innovative products in the world to share with you and for you to share with the world. The product today we're speaking about is just one of our many inventions. With our patented technology, we can replicate any substance in the universe and program it into our holographic chips, into carbon fiber, or any substrate, basically. And, let's start with the basic principle that every atom in the universe vibrates, and each atom has a unique frequency and a vibration. Now, imagine if you could replicate these substances and program it into a substrate, like in today's, it's a holographic chip or a patch or an EMF shield. So, and just to explain it, like the sunlight is a frequency. Your body recognizes the frequency, the wave. It's not the light itself, it's the wave. Your body recognizes the wave of the sun, and it produces vitamin D3. And that's what your body recognizes. It's the frequency, it's the wave. Consider plants and essential oils. For years, we've been replicating essential oils and many natural elements to create powerful proprietary formulas to help people achieve health and well-being naturally and energetically. And we will continue to do so. And that's what we do.
Rick. Yeah, thank you, Rick, for sharing that. And tell us just a little bit about your vision and mission, because you guys have something special here. What is your vision for this company?
We will be a billion-dollar company, and you all are at the very beginning. So I got to tell you, it is going to be an absolute fun ride, Susie. All right, our products, we have a boatload that you haven't even. Susie, you've got some of them. Dr. Stan, Dr. Joe. We have so many more products coming out, and now we're proud to say we're at distribution in 9 countries around the world. So a lot of the headaches we've already achieved. So now it's just time to grow, and we will grow. And we're happy that you're all here at the beginning.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that with us. I was retired from the industry. I've been in the industry for 20 years, but I found this technology so fascinating. And you all have the ability to have an ever expanding product line, because anything that anybody can do, you can always improve on. You can always make it the very best that it can be. And that is just exciting and fascinating. So I thank you so much for you too coming out of retirement to partner with your sons. So today we are talking, thank you. So today we are talking about one of the most powerful and most popular products, the EMF shield. EMF radiation, especially 5G, is now one of the hottest conversations around the world, as more and more people are discovering the dangers of being bombarded by these frequencies. And they're looking right now for solutions. So I know that everybody on this call is probably concerned about these dangers as well, which is why, you guys created the EMF shield. But really, Rick, just share with us what led you to create this shield.
About 8 years ago, we were approached by a lot of medical practitioners to see if we could use our technology to help to assist with EMF protection. And back then it was 3 and 4G. And one of the doctors is on the call. Dr. Janine was adamant that there's EMF is going to be a problem. She had all these different devices that she tried. And so we did some research. We worked with Dr. Janine and many other practitioners, and we began testing, and we came up with an EMF shield. It quickly became our best-selling product and continues to be one of the most popular and best products we've ever made. And thank you, Dr. Janine, for going way back with us on that.
Wow. Well, I know there are other EMF protection products on the market. So how is the EMF shield, different than anything else on the market today?
The big difference is our EMF shield was created using our one-of-a-kind patented technology. It is US patented, and we are designed to offset the negative effects of EMF radiation. In fact, the best way I can put it is, this is a quote taken directly from our patent, from our US patent, that's been filed and accepted by the US government. The quote is, the energetic information emitted from the program layer is programmed to offset negative effects of electromagnetic field, EMF, output from a mobile electronic device. We hold the US patent to offset negative effects of electromagnetic field and EMF radiation. So it's in the patent. It's been accepted. They can't take it back. It's there.
Well, you know, a lot of people, Rick, are hearing about the word blocking EMF. And so they're not as familiar with what we do, which is something unique, which is offsetting the negative effects. Can you tell us what the difference is?
The best way is, one of the ways phones do it is they're blockers. It's like a mini Faraday cage. You take a carbon fiber, it's like a carbon fiber box. You can put it over the phone and it blocks it. And there's other blockers that you put it on the phone. They tell you to put it over wherever the antenna is and wherever the pushing, you know, the device is that has the antenna. You got to find the antenna. That's about blocking. That's blocking this device. But what's important is you're being bombarded with EMF radiation from everywhere. Nearby towers, routers. All you got to do is when you open up your phone, just if you open up your phone and let's say you have a blocker, you're blocking your phone and the output from your phone because it tells you to put it right by the antenna. That's great. But now you open up your phone and you look at Wi-Fi connections. You can connect to 20 different networks, you know, depending where you are. If you're in a city, you can just keep scrolling. You're getting hit with every single Wi-Fi router. It's all there. Same thing in your laptop. So when you see all these different selections, and everybody has them, you know, a blocker on the one piece isn't the same. We're offsetting the frequency so your body has less stress. So offsetting EMF is critical. It's not blocking it. It's why we designed our EMF shield to minimize, neutralize, and most important, harmonize the body against the negative effects of EMF radiation. It's everywhere in our environment. And so please understand, blocking works great for one device, but nobody lives with one device. You know, our goal is to help you maintain optimal health and well-being, because the more, depending on where you are, just search your Wi-Fi connections and then you'll understand. All right. And I can't stress the importance of having your body with less stress. And Dr. Stan knows about stress. So it's good that you have Dr. Stan because he understands how stressed it is to the body.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Rick, Dr. Stan is going to talk to us about the impact of EMF radiation on our health, specifically on how it affects EMF radiation on fertility, hormones, and weight gain. But what overall benefits do most people experience with using the EMF shield? What's been your experience?
Many people report that, you know, that they feel less of the negative effects and the symptoms that they were used to having are going away. You know, a lot of people have headaches, sleep disturbances, and a lot of other issues. And when they put our EMF shield on their device, they notice that they just feel, usually just feel a little bit better. You know, I got to tell you, I was talking to Dr. Stan, and nobody can tell you more how EMF affects somebody. His son-in-law is incredibly affected by EMF. So I hope Dr. Stan will tell you the story, because, you know, some people are incredibly sensitive, and we're seeing it now more and more with 5G. So, you know, Dr. Stan can tell you it's important, you know, to have something to help your body reduce the stress, harmonize your body, and just make it healthier.
Yeah, and it's really invisible. I mean, you know, you make a good point that you can see it on your phone, but it's not like you see those EMF waves, you know, all that are, you know, it's like we're in an ocean of it, you know, and so people don't always associate some of the things that they're experiencing with that because they can't see it. But we know that it's there. So if someone doesn't have a sensitivity to EMF radiation, how do they test to see if the product is working, and how can we demonstrate this product on someone else?
That's a pleasure. I got to tell you, first, many of our health professionals do tests such as a heart rate variable test, and it demonstrates clearly that there's less stress to the body. Dr. Janine is one of the practitioners that's been using an HRV forever, and it clearly shows it. The other big thing is there's 3 easy ways to show you. Everybody is different. RJ and I have done a muscle test, put 2 arms, crowd, whichever arm is stronger. You just get the phone away from somebody, press down, get a baseline how strong they are, put the phone in their hand, press down, the arm will go straight down. The phone weakens the body. And you can put it right against the chest, and then again, phone weakens the body, put the chip on it, the person will hold the arm strong. That's one test. Dr. Janine does a finger test. Pull the finger. It's simple. Just always get a baseline, no phone on somebody, get a baseline, pull, have them hold the phone, put the phone in their pocket, pull, and then put a chip on it, and you won't be able to open the fingers. Dr. Tim does another way, and his way, RJ and I actually love it. It's you stand up tall and you cup your hand like this on one side, and you push, the person pushes down, and without the phone, and they're pretty strong. You put the phone in their other hand, and boom, they'll tip over. You put the phone chip on the phone, you can't push the person over. I've done this with RJ. He and I have laughed. I've just about jumped on him. And, so there's 3 different easy ways to show people. And it's kinesiology. You can see it all over on the internet. There's, you can see muscle testing. So those are the 3 easy ways to show it. One of the things, I don't know if RJ can show it, but thermography is a huge test. So if RJ can load this, I would love that.
Yeah,
we were tested in Australia.
We have it ready.
Can you get it, Arj?
Yeah, we have it ready.
Oh. Yeah, right. Let's go. Thermography is another big test. We've got your head goes up 1.5 degrees in a 3-minute call. With our chip, it was tested in a lab, goes up 0.08. It's a 93% difference.
All
but
right.
Australia, Keith, home of Keith and Harry, play it, RJ. Show us what happened in Australia.
Here we go. Can you guys see this?
Yes.
Yes.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the program. Well, we live in a high-tech world, and the signals that are around us while out of sight might be messing with our minds. While the mobile phone debate surrounding their effect on our health continues to rage, companies are coming up with all sorts of devices and gadgets to combat the ill effects, if there are any. A phone micro shield promising protection has now arrived in Adelaide, so we put it to the test.
Our energy isn't designed to be bombarded with all this electromagnetic radiation every day.
If we could see all the electromagnetic fields around us, we'd be quite frightened.
We're surrounded in signals.
I think it's the root cause of a lot of cancers.
3G, 4G, now 5G is coming to a suburb near you.
It is a big health issue, and it's only going to get worse.
The big telcos will tell you there's nothing to see here.
It's a bit like the cigarette companies saying that tobacco wasn't a problem.
Electromagnetic radiation is what mobile phones emit. The question is it in harmful doses?
I've seen enough patients already with sickness from mobile phone use.
Adelaide health professionals like naturopath Dr. Jeffrey Bryant and Deborah Regari from the House of Healing say it's downright dangerous.
Many in the scientific field today are very concerned as well.
I had a woman came in here once with a 3-week-old baby in a pram with the mobile phone right next to this baby's head playing at music.
But now a tiny wafer-thin shield is being touted as a potential protector of our brain. And when we road tested it, the result was jaw-dropping. Wow. We'll return to that soon. But Tony Mark Seymour, the man who introduced it to Adelaide from the US, reckons he was initially sceptical.
Most of these devices don't work, and in fact, some of them can have a negative effect.
The EMF shield uses so-called quantum physics to assist the body to counterbalance these negative signals from phones. But do we really need to be shielded? Well, the only large study into a link between mobile phones and brain cancer was funded by the mobile phone companies.
But even that study hinted at a relationship between high usage of mobile phones, more than half an hour a day, and brain cancer.
Neurosurgeon Dr. Charlie Teo says his patient records turn up some chilling coincidences, like a man who used his company mobile constantly.
He died of brain cancer. All 4 partners in the company died of brain cancer. And then his wife rang us up 2 years after he died to say that the secretary, who was also on the mobile phone, died of brain cancer.
Telstra pointed us towards the World Health Organisation's ruling on the matter.
To date, no adverse health effects have been established as being caused by mobile phone use.
But delving deeper, WHO has classified radio frequency electromagnetic fields as emitted by mobile phones as possibly carcinogenic to humans, based on an increased risk of glioma, a malignant type of brain cancer.
So I do know that if you're exposed enough to EMR, you will get brain cancer and you'll die from it.
Now the test. I spent 10 minutes with my mobile phone against my ear, had a thermal image snapped, and the result floored me and my crew. Not only hot, but white hot in the ears region. The EMF shield was then attached to the back of the phone, another 10 minutes on it. This time the image snapped was cool.
I would love to see more detailed investigation as to how it works, what it actually does to the radio signals, so that we can actually understand, the effect that you saw in the thermal imaging that you did.
Computer systems engineer Dr. Paul Gardner-Stephen from Flinders Uni says while it's possible to shield phones from radiation, he's not sure there's a risk.
In that regard, I would say that the jury, I think, is still out, at least from what I've read.
The more people that are exposed to this technology and these devices, the better.
And details on.
All right, there we go.
Thank you, RJ.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, when I see that, and the lady put it the best way, this is like cigarettes when they first came out. Cigarettes are good for you. They're not going to hurt you. When you hear this stuff like this, and it's okay to keep a phone by your head for the rest of your life. Don't really think it is. So please be careful. I got to tell you, and any way you can protect yourself, please do it. But
Yeah.
the lady said it best.
Oh.
It's like cigarettes.
I was just,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We're having a little delay there. I was going to
I'm
say that for me, it is very demonstratable that when you have a phone without the shield and a phone with the shield, your body is definitely going to test stronger with the shield. And that really should be all the proof that anybody needs, because without the shield, it's weakening your body. And that's what's causing the stress. So it's very simple. And I know when I first got started sharing this technology, I was so excited. I just got on YouTube and looked at a quick YouTube on muscle testing. And I quickly learned how to do it. And it was phenomenal. I could demonstrate it to people, and it's very, very exciting. So tell us a little bit about where we use these, where are these emissions of EMF radiation coming out? Where should we place them?
It's important to put the EMF shields on anything that's emitting EMF radiation in your home or office. You'd be surprised how many things emit EMF right now. Just to put it simply, besides your cell phones, You know, you want to place it on the back of your cell phone. You can do it under the cover to last longer. And so we always tell people is go inside the cover. Take the time to take your cover off. Tablets and laptops. I have them where my hand sits right now. I have two on each side. Wherever my hand sits on my laptop, I put them right where my hand sits. My hand sits on my EMF shields. Computers, if it's a mainframe computer, you want to put it near the power supply. Other devices, Wi-Fi routers. Wi-Fi routers are huge. You want to place them on Wi-Fi routers. You want to put them on smart TVs. You know, any kid's device, a tablet, especially if your kid's playing like this all day long on something, you want it on the tablet. You want it on anything that's, and there's more and more things with EMF. You know, smart meters of your home, those are emitting EMF. Anything that has an EMF emission, you should really place it on. It's going to help. And that's really just something, it's not just for cell phones.
Wow. It sounds like everybody needs this EMF shield to protect, you know, they need it on every one of their devices, especially now that people are spending more time than ever in their homes and on their devices. I especially worry about children who are now spending so much more time on their devices since a lot of kids are doing the remote learning. So they're on the computers or the devices all day. And then also the studies are showing that the EMF radiation has more of an effect on their developing brains.
You know, it does. And there's more and more frequencies and towers going up every single day. So it's not going away. And I got to tell you, Susie, you know, if the earthing card is also amazing. All right. You should have an earthing card on you. You can do the same muscle test with an earthing card as you can with an EMF shield, but the earthing card goes with you. And Dr. Joe's not wrong. You need 10 of these. Why? Because everybody that you meet in your family that you care for should have one. All right. I got to tell you a story of one of my doctors I talked to, a doctor in Atlanta. I told him that you could run water over the earthing card and you can mist yourself and you'll test strong. I also told him that you could run water over the earthing card, spray for a little square, put somebody in the square and do a muscle test and they'll test strong. Take them out of the square, they'll test weak. So he did something a little different. He ran water over the earthing card into the rug of his office. And he does kinesiology. He's a great doctor. And he told me the other day, he puts people in where he poured the water and they'll test strong against EMF. Takes them out of that, stands 2 feet away, they'll test weak. And the people in his office can't believe it. 3 months later, still works. So any way you can protect yourself, even a little bit is beneficial. And muscle testing is an easy way to show it. Thermography, we've had Thermography Center of Florida test us. We've had independent people test us. You saw the test in Australia. You feel it. People tell me, you feel your ear getting hot without an EMF shield. So, and you can feel it in your hand if you hold it in your hand for too long. So, you know, there's a lot of different ways to test it. Muscle testing is the simplest way to show people. But the EMF shield and the earthing card, I got to tell you one more story. I get phone calls from a lot of people and a lot of doctors. And a lot of doctors, all types of doctors, are calling us now. What do you do for EMF protection? I'm seeing a lot of patients. There's no drug for it. Okay. So there's no drug out there that says, okay, take this and it's going to help you. So people are now looking for alternatives like we have. So, and these are doctors from all over the world are saying, what do you have for me, you know, to help somebody with EMF? Well, you have an EMF shield and an earthing card. So I can't stress how those two together are important in today's world. So that's kind of, I got to tell you about that. So that's
Fantastic.
my 2 cents. Thanks, Susie.
Fantastic. Rick, thank you so much for sharing your passion and your vision and your expertise with us. You know, we are so grateful to be a part, not only of this vision and mission and the ability to share these products with the world, but also the impact that you are having on the lives of all of us. because we know you
We
and
try to
this
help.
invention. So we thank you and RJ. Thank you. So we're going to get on
Thank
to
you.
our next very special guest, who is a personal friend of mine. His name is Dr. Stan Lang. Dr. Stan has been a family practitioner for over 30 years and has specialized in obstetrics for over 15 years. He uses a holistic mind, body, spirit approach in his practice. And he's always looking for natural solutions whenever possible. That's what makes him such an outstanding doctor. Dr. Stan has had amazing results using our products, and he is now a member of our medical advisory board. He and Rick are working and collaborating on new products, and we are thrilled to have him here with us today to share his experience and his knowledge, as well as how to incorporate the Nature's Frequencies products into a holistic approach and lifestyle. So what Dr. Stan is going to be sharing with us, and you probably want to take some notes if you're not already, but he's going to talk to us about how EMF and EMR may affect fertility, hormones, weight gain, and emotional well-being. This is critically important. You can't see EMF and EMR, but it sees you, okay? So Dr. Stan, are you there? We need to unmute Dr. Stan.
I'm here.
Oh, fantastic, Dr. Stan.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're always glad to have you and your big brain cells. I have the small brain cells, you have the big brain cells, but you have such great medical knowledge and expertise. And I know that you know a lot about EMF and its effects on health and well-being, especially, fertility, hormones, and weight gain, which we all know is of major concern for a lot of people today. So can you get us started today by sharing with us, as a medical doctor, your opinion, or however you want to share that, what is your opinion of the emerging science that is coming out now on the hazards of EMF and EMR?
Okay, well, before I comment on that, I just want to address those who are listening to this who might be skeptical of all the things you've heard so far. There's a certain percentage of people that need to be shown the science, so to speak. We're not unaware of that, but all of us who have spoken so far have been looking at the science for so long. We know this is a real issue, and I just encourage you to, if you are skeptical, to keep looking. It will prove itself if you look at the science. The issue with EMF is something that I've been actually looking at for more than 10 years, although I didn't really think there was much of a solution for it. And about 3 years ago, I came across this company's technology and started to look at it at that point. And so I just want to give a couple of analogies or comments to understand why it's such a difficult thing to understand how bad it is. Now, one of the things about my world is that I deal with medicines, and in medicines, you have to for a company to bring a medicine to be used, it has to go through a process of proving that it's safe. So this process is long. It takes years. They spend millions of dollars to bring one drug to market after they've proven absolutely that it's safe. But there are some things that get into our environment where the exact opposite happens. Something that has massive influence, the industry gets into the environment, and then when people start to object, wait a minute, this isn't safe, the industry says, prove that it's harmful. Instead of the usual step of something that could have a lot of effect on our body would be prove that it's safe before you do this thing. Well, it's too late. The EMF is out there all over the place, and the industry is rocketing ahead with trying to push more EMF products, and it's only going to increase. So part of what we're going to talk about today is that it is harmful and that it's a good idea to try to protect yourself if you can.
Okay, fantastic. So, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So one of the things that I have, as I've been thinking about this, one of the things that I wanted to point out is that your body is well tuned already to natural EMF frequencies. These are frequencies that the earth gives off, and other things in our environment that we would call nature gives off these frequencies. These are called Schumann resonance frequencies and other frequencies, but your body's used to hearing these frequencies, and it needs to hear them to be healthy. And if it can't hear them, it won't be as healthy as it can be, and it's stressed. It's in a stress situation, and that leads to the conditions we'll be touching on briefly. But imagine this, that you're trying to listen to your favorite love song, and it's playing in your head, and you're listening to it, and all of a sudden, on one side, you start to hear a lot of street noise and a jackhammer, and on the other side, you have somebody beating on drums and making a lot of other racket, and you can't hear the song anymore. That's kind of what our bodies are like right now when they're trying to listen to the natural frequencies that bring balance into our life. They're hearing a lot of other noise too that threatens, at least in some people, to drown out these natural frequencies. So that's part of what this technology does, is it helps to bring a shielding against this other noise, this electronic noise that interrupts the frequency that we were designed to actually, for our bodies to hear.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I love that analogy because I know our bodies are energetic, and if we need those frequencies, but there are things that are blocking it, then obviously that is going to have an impact if our body cannot get the information that it needs. So I know that you discussed the effects of EMF with your as part of your holistic protocol, you know, and it's a priority in your practice. What impact are you seeing that EMF is having on your patients' health and well-being?
Well, the areas that I have focused the most on actually have been patients with Lyme disease, because chronic Lyme disease is a very broad problem. And I've had the opportunity to follow the research of a doctor in Germany who has treated Lyme disease a long time. And it was him that, he was the person that introduced me to the idea that EMF radiation actually interferes with the body's ability to fight Lyme disease. And if you don't address that, you will not successfully overcome Lyme disease. So that's the area where I've been focused the most for the longest period of time. And I'm absolutely convinced at this point that it's true with the patients that I've just seen in the last month, 2 young men that have had profound interruption of their life, but they're also, like many Americans, addicted to their cell phone and a lot of other EMF noise in their environment. And so we've had conversations about how to start to mitigate these effects. So that's the area where I see it the most.
Wow, and that's because your body doesn't have the healing frequencies that it needs, and I guess because it's being stressed, you know?
Well, yeah, there's 2 things that are going on. The first one is that it can't hear the healing frequencies, and that's what the earthing card that Rick was talking about provides us. Is it provides us access to those healing frequencies particularly when we're in a place where we can't, like the big city, for instance, and I can go out my back door and walk on the grass, and I have woods behind me, but most people don't have that. And so having access to something that gives you that signal from the earth is, I think, very, very important. But the second issue is that these energies are highly toxic to the whole body, but especially we talked about last time, Susie, the bacteria that are in our biome are even more affected by this energy. The fungi and the bacteria are highly sensitive to this EMF radiation, and that really throws off our body's immune system. If you throw off your biome, you've thrown off the immune system.
Wow, that is huge. That is huge. And of course, nobody can see that like taking place. Well, I know that you have had many years of experience taking care of pregnant women and delivering babies. So let's talk a little bit about fertility. So I know many people are experiencing issues with fertility today. What are some of the known and suspected causes of infertility that you encounter, and what can we do about them?
Well, both my wife and I are part of a program that treats infertility naturally. So it's a very sophisticated way of tracking the fertility of a woman. And I won't go into the details, just to say that we've been doing this a lot of years. And what's changed is 20 years ago, we weren't paying attention to things like chemicals and EMF, but now we are, because there is a substantial effect, particularly with EMF, on both male and female hormonal systems. And for chemicals, glyphosate and GMO stuff is highly interruptive of the fertility. So both of these things happening at the same time are really a major impact on human fertility. And for men, testosterone levels are dropping significantly, and this is measurable in lab animals. In women, estrogen levels don't drop, but estrogen receptors, which the estrogen has to plug into, like a key plugs into a keyhole, those are affected by EMF radiation. So this has been shown in lab research. This isn't something that is hypothetical. We know that testosterone levels are dropping in men. We know that men are having profound effects on their fertility. And some doctors who have studied this a lot are very concerned about future fertility of our species, even because of this effect that's even increasing and increasing rapidly.
So, what do you have to say about where people carry their cell phones for both men and women? Do you have an opinion on that?
Yeah, I recommend that they not. So not on their person is the ideal situation. Now, I have to carry it with me into the exam room because it's part of how I have to interact with my electronic records. So I'm surrounded with electronic stuff all the time, but I still don't carry it on my person. It sits on the table in front of me. But if you can avoid carrying it in a pocket, do that. So some of these holsters that people wear now, if it's a shielded holster, that would be a great strategy. A lot of women carry it in their purse. It would be easy to keep it off their person, but if you can keep it out of any pocket, that's important.
Okay.
You don't want it over your heart. You don't want it over your heart, and you don't want it near your reproductive organs.
Yeah, I've seen women place it in their bra area, and it just, as a cancer survivor, I'm just like, oh, please don't do that. So we have a lot of education to do. But anyway, you also mentioned hormone imbalances are part of the issue when it comes to infertility. So are there other hormones in the rest of the body that are being affected by EMF?
Yeah, one of the areas that I have a lot of interest in is what happens to insulin, because it's a major contributor to obesity. And insulin levels are going up under the influence of EMF. You can measure that if you use laboratory animals and you give them the usual doses that we have, their insulin levels are driven up. So if insulin goes up, they'll just say that's a bad thing for everything in your body. It causes inflammation. It causes a lot of other things.
So you're saying our cell phones can make us fat?
Yep, I can.
Wow.
It's contributing. I'm not saying it's making it. When you have 10 things going on in your environment every day,
right,
you can't blame one of them. You can just say it's contributing.
Right. And that makes sense. So besides EMF causing some of these issues, are there other things going on that are causing imbalances that would be good for us to know about?
Well, we touched on briefly last time, and also today I mentioned the biome. So anything that adversely affects the health of your GI tract is really important to pay attention to. And so that means most of the chemicals that we have in our food supply aren't good for you. Some of them are really bad for you. And when those are out of balance, then that causes our body to make more stress hormones. And more stress hormones is an example of hormonal imbalance.
Okay, so how do we balance our hormones naturally?
Well, I think there are two things that we can do that we can sort of look at what's harming us, what's the bad thing coming into us that I can do something about. On the one side, it's chemical stuff that I've already alluded to in the food supply. The second thing is this EMF energy. And so that's where the EMF shield comes in, because it is a way to stop as much of this negative energy that is harmful to our body in virtually every organ system. But it's a way to stop that energy from coming in at least as much at as much intensity. If you can do that, and you have the earthing card that Rick was talking about, I think that moves you a lot closer to the goal of getting back into balance. So if you eliminate the forces that are throwing your body off balance, it naturally puts itself back into balance. It has its own systems in place. We don't have to push it into balance. We can eliminate the forces that are pushing it out of balance.
It's simple, but it just needs to be explained, and that makes perfect sense. So you're saying that our weight can be affected by these hormone imbalances. How do you address that in your practice?
Well, when I am dealing with somebody that's overweight, I focus on anything that's pushing the insulin levels up. So eating in a way that doesn't push insulin levels high is one of the strategies. And so by extension, anything else that's pushing insulin levels up is something to avoid. And this recent research that shows that EMF actually is raising insulin levels is something that would, I would pay a lot of attention to that. I just came across this research preparing for this discussion today. I wasn't aware of it until the last few weeks. And that's the main thing is trying to avoid the insulin levels rising. The other is trying to avoid cortisol levels rising, which is a major stress hormone. And when that goes up in response to stress, then that causes the body to hold on to fat. It's very hard for the body to let go fat when you're in this stress situation. And you are in this stress situation when you're under the influence of a lot of energy that your body can't fight back against it.
So thank you for that. So I am assuming that, well, I guess I shouldn't assume anything, but with this muscle testing that Rick has talked about, it's one way for us to show people the effect, that this is having on their strength. How do you help people in your practice understand the weakening effect of the EMF and the EMR?
Well, I haven't been doing any muscle testing, so I can't speak to that as a strategy. Generally, I just give education that this is having this effect, and if you don't do something to mitigate it, you're not going to get better. And the person, like anything else, I give advice. They go out, they test it. It either worked or it didn't. And if they follow the advice about decreasing EMF, they generally feel better, or they have chronic insomnia. That's something that you know right away if you're sleeping better.
Yeah, and I know that is an incredibly difficult situation to deal with. So that's wonderful that you're bringing light to that. So I also know that you're an expert on stress and stress management, and you've told me that that's your area of greatest interest as a doctor. So how does EMF radiation affect our stress levels, and then what is a connection to mental and emotional health and well-being?
Well, the effects on the stress are at least in two different areas. One is on the gut, we've already talked about. If it's out of balance, it tells the brain we've got a major problem, and then the brain starts to push out chemicals that it does when it's in stress. The problem with that is that it's designed to be in stress only for short periods of time, like to escape a danger. When we're in chronic stress, then it causes other things to happen, which is this cortisol level goes up, as I mentioned, and that causes the body to hold on to fat, or it actually causes the body to store fat in new places, like in your abdomen area. The other thing is that the the EMF has a direct effect on the brain. You mentioned effect on children. It's profound effects on adolescent brain. And so there's a stress response inside the brain itself when it feels this happening to itself. And that's been very poorly mapped out. We don't really know what happens, but it's not likely to be a good thing as the body is trying to figure out how does it deal with damage. Whenever the body's being damaged anywhere else, the chronic stress response is part of that. If you're in chronic stress, it's very difficult to feel happy. And there are a lot of reasons why that is, but I'll just say that chronic stress robs people of happiness. And if you don't deal with all of the different factors that could be affecting your chronic stress, you may not achieve that happy balance that you want in your life.
Wow.
So EMF is definitely one of those forces. There are others. So I'm not trying to say do this and you're going to be all happy. There may be other things going on that we talked about in terms of eating right exercise, things like that.
Yeah, but these are things that are affecting people that they most likely are not aware of. And if they knew that there were some very simple things they could do, I think they would want to know about it. And that's our mission. You know, you're educating as a doctor, and it's our job to share this with as many people as possible, because we know that there are, as Dr. Janine says, there are more cell phones than there are people, and we have to think about the well-being, especially of our young people. So which of the Nature's Frequencies products do you recommend the most, and why? Can you share that with us a little bit?
So I recommend the Earthing Card and the EMF Shield for reasons I already talked about, because in terms of intervention in conditions that I'm seeing, chronic, part of that is that when you're experiencing these things, it really affects sleep adversely. Now, many people, if they just do these two things, their sleep will improve, but using the sleep patch that Nature's Frequencies has helps for better sleep, and then that helps the body to be in less stress, because restorative sleep is where the body fixes itself. So those three things would be the ones that I personally recommend the most.
Yeah, and I have to agree with you, because I know I've learned about my body, and that if I get sleep, the whole day is different. You know, I can pretty much say I'm going to have a fantastic day, and it's because I feel stronger, right? Because my body is not experiencing that level of stress, or if it is, it's able to handle it because I've strengthened it. So I think that is so true, and I'm just excited that that you're sharing that as well. Are there any particular patient stories or that you'd like to share with us?
Well, I think since Rick kind of led into the experience of one of my relatives, one of my son-in-laws, one of my sons-in-law, I'll tell a little bit about his story, which is that he's had, for the last few years, this profound fatigue that we slowly discovered that he was really profoundly sensitive to EMF, and he and his wife discovered that by moving to a place where there wasn't any, and all of a sudden they could sleep better. And he wasn't able to sleep, and he had poor energy, and then he could start to sleep and his energy went up. And then that place installed a Wi-Fi router right under their bed, and then he couldn't sleep anymore. So when they moved up here, they moved to a place that has lots of Wi-Fi energy, because there's, as Rick was talking about, there are so many different router connections that are overlapping their house, and the same thing happened to him, which is that he couldn't sleep and he had no energy. So we started to use some of these strategies that we've talked about, and also used one of the other patches that helps with exercise in people that are really fatigued, which is the nitro patch, and coupling that with changing their sleeping place so that they're in a place that has a lot less Wi-Fi. It's not zero Wi-Fi, just less. By doing those things, his energy's come back. He's able to do normal work. He's able to exercise again. And before that, he was just literally sitting around doing nothing because he was so tired. but he doesn't have that now because of how he has mitigated these effects of Wi-Fi. And he had to do several things. He uses the tech a lot. He's using these things for sure, but he also is trying to shield his sleeping area better. And he's also moved his sleeping area to a place that has less of this, of these Wi-Fi signals coming in, not zero, just less. And all of that has made a profound difference in his life.
Wow, that is fantastic. And we know that the number one complaint, well, you can confirm this, we hear that the number one complaint that doctors get is people's energy and fatigue. And that's what we hear. So that that's powerful. We know there's so many people out there that are just not, you know, leading their best life because they don't have the energy to do so, and they're being impacted by something that they can't even see. So is there anything else you want to share with us before we close? We so appreciate you.
One other thing I'd like to mention is that in preparing for this, this discussion, I did come across a piece of research that was really alarming that actually demonstrated that there are anatomical differences in young people as they are exposed to high levels of EMF, and it affects three areas of their brain. One, it affects communication center, it affects the ability for memory, and it affects the ability to perceive spatial things. And if you think about what's going on in younger people now in their ability to interact with the environment and with other people, this is a profoundly negative effect that this, if you affect how you talk, how you think about stuff, and how you communicate, how you remember things, you're profoundly affecting that person's function. What we don't know is whether this is a sustained effect or whether that person can recover from it if they move off of their real high Wi-Fi consumption. And but that's something it's a real thing. It's not. This is real research. It's not just theoretical.
Fantastic, fantastic. And we know the company is working on more ways to help solve this issue, and it's going to just get more and more exciting. So we thank you so much, Dr. Stan, for your passion and your commitment to helping people live their best life, and for being one of those doctors that addresses things naturally, holistically, and energetically. So thank you so much for being with us today.
You're welcome.
All right, everybody. I want to thank everybody so much for your valuable time that you took on your Saturday to be with us. We're excited that our owners got to be with us and that we got to hear so much about these amazing products that everyone needs and how to get the best results. So we have way more exciting, life-changing, energetic health and wellness products coming. For those of us that are just joining this special presentation, we encourage you to try all of our products, get back with the person who invited you here today to learn about the rest of our products, because all of our benefits that we talked about today to energize your body and your life can be yours. So please get back to the person who invited you. So I want to go over, we have lots of packages and we have special prices and we want you to get the best price. Let me go over a few of our specials that we are running. Then I'm going to tell you about an amazing announcement. And then we're going to have our product giveaway. So hold on with me. First of all, I want you to know about our new product promo for our WOW Pet Tag. This is an amazing product for our pets, and you can buy, if we can mute the lines, that would be great. We can buy, you can buy one pet tag for $99, or you can get two for $179, and that's going to be the same.
There is not another Democrat.
Okay, can we mute the lines, please? And so that's for the WOW Pet Tag. We also have, and that's the same, I'm sorry, that caller distracted me. So we've got the WOW Pet Tag, and we've also got a CBD Pet Tag. Both of these are on sale now. You can buy one for $99 or two for $179. There's only a couple of days left for that. And then we also have a new product promo for our Revive Pack, which is for those who have tension and discomfort and really debilitating headaches. You can buy a 2-pack and you can get a 3rd pack for free. So if you just order the 2-pack on the website, we will automatically send you that 3rd pack for free. And then we also have the same for our Wow Pack. You can buy, we're just getting wow results with Wow. You can buy a 2-pack for $99. You'll get the 3rd one free. And then we also have our Summer Sizzler Pack, and we're adding a free pack of Wow with that. The Summer Sizzler includes just about all of our products, most of our products, and it's $399. You save $375, plus we're going to throw in a pack of Wow for free. So that's amazing. And then our last special right now is our earthing card special. You've heard about us talk about this. This is an absolutely critical product. It makes all the other products work even better, and it